If you've been following along and have used the example of the Simple Colors site, you should be now familiar with creating buttons and using code snippets for timeline navigation. Let's take that a step further and create a multi-state button. Now, if you're familiar with programs like Adobe Flash, you may be thinking there should be a way to automatically create a button. Well, that doesn't exist in Edge Animate, but we can create one pretty simply. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is going to grab my rounded rectangle. I'm going to click and drag out a nice size button here. And I'm not really crazy about this color, but I want to do something really quick here. Let's go ahead and click a color, and I'm going to find a decent color to start with. And what I want to do, because I want to actually show the different states of the button using different colors, I'm going to go ahead and sample and pretty much save my colors here. So I'll just click one to make a swatch. Let's move this up a bit. And I can compare the two here and see how that's going to end up being. And I'll add another one and one more. It should be good. We'll start off with this color. And what I want to do now is I'm going to convert this to a symbol. So I can either do modify and convert to symbol, or I can right click and we can convert this to a symbol, or I can just simply do the keyboard command. Let's do Command Y. Let's Control Y on PC. And I'm going to call this button for now. And I'm going to turn off the autoplay and I'll click OK. Now, to go into the edit mode for our button here, I'm going to simply double click. And if you look, the stage is here and here's our button. So we're now in our button's timeline. So the first thing we're going to do is create the labels for the different states of our button. We're going to need several of those. What the button looks like regular, what it looks like when the cursor rolls over that button, and what happens to the look of this once it's pressed down. So we'll start by adding a label. Let's do Command L, Control L on PC, and we're just going to call this one up. Now, I normally refer to this as up, mainly because I'm used to working with Flash. You can call it regular or even normal, but the choice is yours. Just kind of keep it consistent across all of your buttons. All right, so let's move our playhead a little bit further, and let's do another label, Command L, Control L on PC. And I'll call this over, and we'll move one more, and I'll show you another way of just doing a label. Just simply click this little icon here, and this is going to be down. So we're going to just show the different states of the button just using the color. So in order to do that, let's go over to our properties, and we'll turn on the little keyframe for our color. And let's go to the overstate. We'll click the color and let's go to the colors we created initially and change the color to purple there. And let's go over to our down. We'll change the color here as well. I also want to change the position of the down button. So I'm going to turn on our keyframe from being from the top. And for our down button, what we're going to do is click on our button, and we're going to move this down using our arrow keys on our keyboard. Let's move that down twice. So we should have some nice little downward button there. And while we're at it, I think we do want to keep the color the same as the over. So I'll go ahead and make sure that it's still on purple. Maybe we'll darken it a little bit. Okay. So we now have our simple states set up here. And the next thing we'll do is we'll set up coding the button and actually having it move back and forth between the different states.